Welcome back, guys. This is Dr. Apurva, and thank you for coming to my channel. And first of all, I would like to thank you guys for the constant support. So I reached a milestone of 30k just because of you guys. I'm very grateful for that. And in this video, we'll be talking about my entire journey from India to the United States and how I managed to get NIE and how was my experience so far in Cleveland Clinic and the Florida's Subinternship program. So let's get started. So if I talk from very beginning, I had my visitor's visa already approved from Mumbai embassy, but it was very difficult to travel just because of the travel bans which India had. So I just gave my Step 2 CK on 21 June and I just traveled 7 days after my Step 2 CK. So but for that you have to apply for NIE, so that's National Interest Exempt. So there's a thing that if you are traveling to the United States for a critical infrastructure purpose, like for the healthcare purpose, they'll give you a special permission, that's NIE, and based on that you can travel. So if you are trying to apply for NIE, you can search NIE FAQ, and there's a specific format which you follow and apply to the respective embassy which approved your visa. But you can get rejected several times before you get approved. So I was rejected like several times before I got approved, but I kept changing the format and changing the traveling date, and you have to make them understand in very polite and professional way that this is very important for you to do the rotations right now in Cleveland or do rotations right now in Florida. So you should have an invitation letter for that particular rotation. So you attach that, and you might also mention that I'll also appear for USMLE Step 3 examination, which is only conducted in United States. So based upon that, you have to nicely write a format for applying for NIE, and you send to the respective embassies. Okay, be very polite and be patient. Okay, so you also do follow up if you don't get reply, and you may try again if you are getting rejected again and again. So basically you have to be very sure about what's your purpose and make sure you have to make them understand why you'll come back to India. Okay, so that was the thing about crafting NIE. So once I got my NIE approved from Hyderabad embassy, even though my issuing embassy was Mumbai, but I got my NIE approved from Hyderabad. There was a little bit like difficulty when I entered the Ahmedabad airport. So they were like, hey, why did you get your embassy approved, permission approved from Hyderabad, even your the consulate is Mumbai. So they somehow like managed and took like everything, checked on my every documents. They mailed to CBP, that's Custom Border and Protection of United States, and that was the scariest part of my journey. So I was sitting at the Ahmedabad airport, like they just said to me, hey sir, please can you have a seat? And I was sitting like, I said, oh man, this is done, I won't be able to travel like United States. But so they mailed to CDC, what's that, Central Border Protection, that's CBP. And so I had to prove that this is my doctor's certificate, I'm a doctor, I'm going for a rotation. So they made the border protection again replied in 15 minutes to the Air India team. So and then I was given the boarding pass. So it was all God's grace by which I was able to travel. So I reached to Cleveland and did my first outpatient rotation at Cleveland Clinic, Lutheran, that's a sub-branch of main Cleveland Clinic campus. So it was a very nice beginning because this was my first international travel, to get oriented to the language which they speak, to get oriented to United States infrastructure and healthcare. It was very nice beginning for that outpatient rotation. So that was a very nice experience. I did see patients. You can examine the patients, and you can write the notes if you want, and we visited the nursing home. So it's very good experience, initial experience, if you are coming from India. And then I did my sub-internship at Larkin Community Hospital. So right now I'm in Florida, Miami, South Miami. So that's the second most famous party city of the United States. So I did my second rotation here. So that was inpatient rotation, and so kind of sub-internship. So you work directly under the intern and the other seniors. So that was the most crucial part of my rotation. that you do everything which a first year resident can do. You can go to ER, you can admit the patient, you get your login credential for the healthcare, for the health records, the electronic health records. You get your login credential, you admit the patient, you write the orders, you do referrals, you follow up with the test results, and you fine tune your electrolytes and everything what a first year resident can do. So I did everything there. So that was jump start to my initial outpatient experience. So that was really good inpatient rotation. So, and at the you can do everything. You can write your discharge summary, and you go and talk to the case department, and everything which a first year resident do. So that was a good experience. So, and they also had didactics, so you can talk and meet the program director. So they present the cases. So that was also a nice experience for me. But the only thing is this is very pricey and very expensive. Okay, but eventually it was worth for me as far as my clinical experience is concerned. So I paid around $3,000 for my Larkin Subinternship program. That too, if you apply directly to the Larkin Subinternship. If you go through the agency like AMERI and AMO rotations, it will be very, very more pricey. It will be around $4,500. So I approached them directly from their website, from their contact us tab, and I got accepted. I paid the fees. That's $3,000, and this is my Airbnb. This costs $1,600. So this is the room, and that's the private kitchenette, and we have a private bathroom here. But this is more expensive. So getting a room was a headache for me. So anyhow I had to manage my booking, so I just booked this Airbnb. But you can always look up the Facebook Marketplace or rotatingrooms.com where you can get a cheaper place than this. Also, it will be more cheaper if you're sharing with somebody. So yeah, that was all about my inpatient Larkin Subinternship experience, and it was pricey. I spent around $5,000 to $5,500 in 1 month of span, and it was most expensive rotation ever. So yep, that was all about my experience in Miami, Florida. And if you have any questions about NIE or any other queries about rotations, feel free to drop that in comment. And thank you for coming in here, and thank you for watching. Take good care.